Let us start with India, and in India we'll start with the political map of India. Now in this political map, remembering the last year's question that came, in which there was asked that if you are traveling from Kohima to Kottayam, how many states you would pass. So let us look at our country very closely in the political map. First of all, let us look at all the states that have coastal areas. So which all are those states? Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Odisha, West Bengal. So overall 9 states have coasts. How many states have neighboring nations as their neighbors? Gujarat, Rajasthan, Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Bihar, UP, West Bengal, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram, Manipur, Nagaland. So 9 states have coastal areas and 17 states have a neighboring country. So how many of these have neighboring country as well as coastal areas? So that's one is Gujarat and another is your West Bengal. So there are only 2 which have both these in common. So 2 have coast plus neighboring country. So if you have 29 states in your country, this comes out to be 24 have at least the coast or the neighboring state or the neighboring country. So which are the 5 which have neither of these? They are 1 Madhya Pradesh, 2 Telangana, 3 Chhattisgarh, 4th Haryana, 5th Jharkhand. So overall 5 states have neither any coast nor do they have any neighboring nation. Now look at the neighboring countries. Now we know Afghanistan is connected to Jammu and Kashmir like this. So overall Jammu and Kashmir has 1, 2 and China the 3rd nation. 3 nations as its neighbors. Gujarat has only 1, Rajasthan has only 1, Punjab has only 1, Himachal also only 1, Uttarakhand has both Nepal and China, so 2. Sikkim has Nepal, Bhutan and China, so 3 neighboring nations. Arunachal also Bhutan, China and Myanmar, so 3 nations. West Bengal has Nepal, Bhutan and Bangladesh, so 3 nations. Tripura, Meghalaya have 1 nation each, that is only Bangladesh. Nagaland and Manipur has only 1 nation. And lastly, Mizoram has 2 nations as its neighbors, that is Bangladesh as well as Myanmar. Apart from this, you can observe Bihar, UP also have only 1 nation as their neighboring country. So overall there are 4 states, that is Jammu and Kashmir, Sikkim, West Bengal and Arunachal Pradesh, which have 3 nations as their neighbors. Now we have our neighbors as Afghanistan, Pakistan, China, Nepal, Myanmar, Bhutan and Bangladesh. Now Afghanistan has only 1 neighbor, that is J&K. So only 1. Pakistan has 4, Jammu Kashmir, Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat. So Pakistan has 4. China has Jammu Kashmir, Himachal, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Arunachal. So China has 5. Nepal has Uttarakhand 1, UP 2, Bihar 3, West Bengal 4, Sikkim 5. Myanmar has Arunachal, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram, so 4. Bhutan has Sikkim, West Bengal, Assam and Arunachal, again 4. And Bangladesh has West Bengal, Meghalaya, Assam 3, Tripura 4 and Mizoram 5. Which country has the maximum number of Indian states as its neighbor? It would be China, Nepal and Bangladesh, which has the least, Afghanistan. Let's say the question is, which state of India has only 1 Indian state as its neighbor? Because of course there would not be anyone which 0, so only 1. That is, you can see here Meghalaya. It is surrounded by Assam and then Bangladesh, so has got only one neighbor. And apart from Meghalaya, this is Sikkim, which has got only one Indian state, that is West Bengal, as its neighbor. So only 2 states have only one Indian state as their neighbor. So which state has the maximum number of Indian states as its neighbor? Let us look at Uttar Pradesh. Starting Rajasthan being 1, Haryana 2, Himachal 3, Uttarakhand 4, Madhya Pradesh 5, Bihar 6, Jharkhand 7, Chhattisgarh 8. So 8 states, 1 UT, that is Delhi, and 1 neighboring nation, that is Nepal. Another contender is Assam. Neighboring countries are Bangladesh, Bhutan. So 2 neighboring countries, no union territory. But how many states does it have as its neighbor? 1 is West Bengal, and then all the states of Northeast, that is 2 Tripura, 3 Mizoram, 4 Manipur, 5 Nagaland, 6 Arunachal, and 7 Meghalaya. So if you look, overall this comes to 10 and this comes to 9. And number of states wise, it's who is the largest? It is UP, which has got the largest number of states as its neighbors. Which all are the states through which your Tropic of Cancer passes? Mizoram 1, Tripura 2, West Bengal 3, Jharkhand 4, Chhattisgarh 5, Madhya Pradesh 6, Rajasthan 7, Gujarat 8. So remember this number, 8 states through which Tropic of Cancer is passing. Certain other things that we can see, for example, Puducherry, it's broken into 4 parts. Your Yanam, Karaikal, Mahe, and your Puducherry. Puducherry, just below this is your Karaikal, which is surrounded by Tamil Nadu. Here in Kerala you have Mahe, and Yanam is there in Andhra. This is 1 union territory of our country out of the 7 union territories. Now let us look at Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Now this is a very important islands. As you can see, Andaman is in the north, Nicobar is in the south. In Andaman also, North Andaman is the first island. Then you can have South Andaman. Then third area is your Little Andaman. Your Andaman and the Nicobar is separated by 10-degree channel. In Nicobar you have Car Nicobar Islands, of course the Little Nicobar Islands, and lastly Great Nicobar Islands. The southernmost point earlier being called your Indra Point, which got submerged during your tsunami times. The capital Port Blair being in South Andaman. One of the only place in India where there is an active volcano is Barren Island. Another area where there is volcanoes but not active are Narcondam Islands. This area which separates your Andaman and Nicobar from the areas of Burma, which are the Coco Islands, it's called your Coco Channel. Remember always how to arrange this. That is North Andaman at the north, then comes your Middle Andaman, then comes your South Andaman, lastly Little Andaman. So remember the order in which they are moving. South Andaman is the most populous area where the majority of the population of this island is there. Another thing you can see here is Duncan Passage, separates the Little Andaman from the Great Andaman. The highest peak of this UT is Saddle Peak, which is around 762 meters and in North Andaman. Let us have a look at Lakshadweep, the capital being Kavati. Lakshadweep, another UT and island made up of corals. In Lakshadweep, another very important thing is your Minicoy Islands. This is your second largest and the southernmost island of Lakshadweep. You will always remember 9-degree channel separates your major areas of Lakshadweep from Minicoy Island, and your 8-degree channel that is below this is the channel that separates your Minicoy Island with your areas of Maldives. Let us look at the rivers of India. Now when we are talking about the rivers of India, do look at the rivers of your Indus River Basin. The 6 rivers, Indus, Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas, Satluj. Now in the river system, guys, do always remember the sources of the river, where they are ending. So all this you should have an idea about. Similarly, do remember about Brahmaputra and the rivers which are the tributaries. Important rivers like last year the question came on Teesta. the rivers Manas, Barak, Lohit, all these rivers, which are the left bank tributary, which are the right bank tributaries, these you have to have an idea. Similarly, Ganga river system, here one of the questions that comes is, they may ask you to arrange from left to right all the rivers which are tributary of Ganga. For example, Gomti, Ghagra, Gandak, Kosi, and there are so many others which you should have an idea, left to right or right to left they may ask you. In your peninsular belt, you have all these rivers like Godavari, Bhima, Krishna. So do look at all these rivers which are western flowing. One year prelims, there had been a question that none of the rivers of Kerala are western flowing. But then there are 3 small rivers which are western flowing. Similarly, if you look at major rivers, 2, your Narmada and Tapti are the 2 rivers which are western flowing. Do look at the rivers of Rajasthan, that is Luni, Sabarmati, Mahi, which ends where? Do they come to Arabian Sea? Do they not come, or they die within your marshy land? All this you should have an idea about that. Apart from this, do have an idea about the mountains of India. You should always remember to arrange the mountain peaks left to right. That is, if you have the Kanchenjunga, you have Namcha Barwa, all these, Kamet, Nanda Devi, Mount Everest, all this you should have an idea left to right what is their order. Similarly, you can have an idea about the Garo, Khasi, Jaintia, all these hills. Then do have idea about what are these hills which are like this here, for example, Mizo, Naga, Patkai, Boom and all. Have the idea about the Western Ghats and the highest peak of these Ghats, and the Eastern Ghats and these highest peaks. Do get the knowledge about Aravali with its highest peak at Guru Shikhar. Last year the question came, Western Ghats travels through which of the states? Do have an idea about all these states. Guys, remember, map work is an area which can fetch you really good marks, and that's why what we have tried to do in this lecture is to cover as much as possible. Apart from this also, you can expect different types of questions based on your map work. The questions may be based on the hills, on waterfalls, on lakes. Different types of things can be asked. From environment and biodiversity, the questions may come on wildlife sanctuaries, and also all those types of things may be asked. So guys, best of luck. Your exams are approaching. We would like to believe that the questions that come in this year's prelim comes from whatever we have covered. If that comes, it's great news for both of us. If it doesn't come also, I hope you all would have already studied these areas, and the things that we are doing right now is just a revision for you, which helps you in your last minute revisions. That's all from our side. Thank you.